It's January 1725, and the little town of Nidlnivka is looking to grow towards 100 people. Hello everyone, I call myself Zondagskind, and I like to play Ostriv. I did a little bit of planning around while I was not recording. We need more housing, we need to get to 100 people, so I've just made a little commune here. I did have to get a bit creative here, because the houses didn't want to go on an even terrain, so what I ended up doing is have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 village houses set up, and then an orchard went right here. Of course, some benches around that. Then we will work on a stone mining camp. I've made sure that the forestries are going to higher up to the maximum amount, and prioritize getting these fields. The fields were over here, but to get those houses on this part, I moved the fields yonder. We will now be making hemp and wheat here, and here I think I will go for potatoes. No, buckwheat first and then potatoes. And next to the trading post, I'm looking to get a tavern in due time, though it's all the way at the back of the queue. And I've made a little primary school area here. This will be the site for the primary school, and this will be the site for the construction office, because I think by that time, I think it's time to get more people working on construction. But so that means that right now we're working on this house, and let's speed the game up. I think I saw the lumberjacks from this area. Yeah, Opanas, and the other one is called Danilo. Pick up a log from over here. So, yeah, 5 trees left over there. Yeah, it's February already, and you can see there are a bit too many phases where there is just one person working on the building, or even none whatsoever. But now we have a messenger from Derkachi. What can we do with you? I have quite a bit of this in my storage, but I didn't want to sell that because I wanted to make flour from that. We do still have some in their export stock of flour, so let's go. We still need iron, I believe. And that is not a profit anymore. We can sell a charcoal, so get some extra money from that. And the other things you demand, I do not have. What we can do is get some, like 500 salo, and then we'll sell that somewhere. Not sure where yet, but for example, we could do that. Is there a market over here? No, but I'll just make that. Market. Ooh, I don't know. For now, let's slot in apples, because we will be getting an orchard in the vicinity there. And maybe go for potatoes and flour, because this is fairly close to the farm. And I'll do the other... I'll optimize the markets later at some point. Does look like the house is getting there now, so that's very nice, of course. Do think I want to pull up the orchard as well, so it gets done earlier. But we're now working on this house, and the material is already in place. So that is, of course, the benefit of that people were working on that earlier. Now, this should go a little quicker. And this should be open for immigration. There we go, the Musica family. Are they, like, literally named music? Because that is very cool. We already working here? No, not yet. But very soon we will. I believe in March it kicks off. Yeah, there we go. So if we could just get that field... No, I don't think it will happen this year. But that's okay. We can get, I think, another 2 fields, like, opposite this. And then we have a nice... First of all, a nice entrance into town. Like that will look. Very cool. Yes! Okay. So immediately we go for buckwheat and potatoes. And then a fallow year. If we can still do that this year? Yeah, should. Activate it. I think it works. But yeah, you really notice, like, in the starting phase, you can get maybe even 2 houses in a month easily. And now we're struggling to get 2 houses in 3 months. We can say to you, hello. In the on-season, we want 4 people. In the off-season, we want 2. And I think the on-season is going to be not March, April, and it's not going to be not September, October. I think that's going to be it. And what I would like here is apple trees. So, go for it. And let's try and see if we can watch that happen. Though probably right now... Yeah, look at the vacancies. Like, we need houses so bad. But the new family is coming in now, the Pasichnik family. So then hopefully... also, can I... for now a man is hired. Well, that's fine. He needs to plant some trees. Generally I want women to work in the orchards. But at least now there are trees being planted. Apple trees. So that's good. And we have another worker. So I'll do this. That works. This is Mechislava Pasichnik and Yevhenia Rukody, who is from this commune over here. Okay, good stuff. The orchard is more of a long-term investment. It doesn't give you apples straight up in the first year, but it will give apples sooner rather than later. Like, I believe in 2 years we will have the first apples. And orchards, at least in the last build that I did a longer game in, were really, really potent. They really gave a lot of apples. That has been nerfed a little by the fact that food does spoil at some point. But maybe we can sell them, or maybe they've also been nerfed just in kind of production terms. As the orchard is planting its final trees, here we have the final thatch of this little house. And it is done. So yeah, definitely making a better push towards 100 than we were before. Here the material is already present, so let's just go for it now. There's the Makarenko family with their 16-year-old son Ostap, so he might get married soon. Exciting stuff, although that usually does mean like less population growth than just people settling in from somewhere else. But, you know, that's the way it is. And then I believe it does work like that only people who have their own house can get children. So in the long term, it's good that people move in, or that they get married as well. So getting this house in the Rukody commune, and this will be the Pasichnik commune. Very nice. Construction completed. New family, Lazarets family. I assume that has something to do with Lazarus, that it comes from that. They have 2 children, one of 5 and one of 1 year old. Very nice. That means that with one house we might get to 100, which means I believe the way it works is that I have to move up the chapel. Chapel is over here. Just need wood and nails. How are you guys doing in terms of nails and stuff? Oh yeah, nails more than enough. We just have to pick up the pace in terms of building. In fact, I think I will move up the construction office well behind one house, and I think the primary school behind that house. And then I think we will have a very nice central area here by the end of the year. Lovely. Another completed village house, and this might push us to the 100 people. Meanwhile, let's look at the chapel, because this can get built very quickly. Put it up on this hill. This could be our, like, chapel plus graveyard area, since this is too steep for houses anyway. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at who is building this. Who are you? Who are you? It's Vsevolod Litvinets, and there are more people settling in our area, but I will take a look at that in just a second, once this is done. There is the chapel, and the new family is the Maximi family, and we have gotten to 100 people. And it looks like... Yeah, religious needs are satisfied. That is the chapel. We had to have that at 100, and I wasn't sure, but I think the tavern only kicks in at 200. Well, it should be, because it says no entertainment buildings required at this point. So that is at 200, and at 200 I believe we also need the stone church, or maybe that's even later. But now, we're working on this house. Good stuff. While probably here people are working on gathering the resources for the construction office, which, once we actually have the people for it, will be a huge boon to have more people constructing. A child has been born in the Mikachenko family. It is Rihoi, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a boy's name. So there's Rihoi Mikachenko, who can at some point do stuff like work in the mill and stuff. But messenger from Derkachi is going to buy all of our charcoal, which gives us enough to perhaps buy some salt, like 500, and buy some sallow, 500, and buy some, yeah, I guess some flour, just because we're running out of it. Might as well go big or go home. Hello. And a child in the Petrizia family, Valerie. I'm not sure if that is a boy or a girl name. I guess it's a boy, because I think a girl would be Valeria, but not sure. New family settling in our town, the Jovtoni, I think. Or Jovtoni? Not sure. In any case, Alexa working at the car shed is Nijana working as a laborer, and Opanas of 2 years old. Labor in the charcoal pit for now. And there's the construction office. That went super fast. Have we employed everyone over here? We haven't yet. Nonetheless, I'm just going to go ham on this. Because I need people. I can like tone it down in the off season, like go to 3, and then say in March and April, that's the most important one. And maybe September off as well, to really focus on the farms there. How are farms coming along, by the way? Kind of fine, I think. Yeah, it's not ideal growth, but I think it will be pretty good in the end. And yeah, this yard is very, very small, because I couldn't place a house anywhere on this part. Like, this is not buildable. So I had to be a bit funky with this commune shape, and it also means that it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But hey, this orchard does feed multiple people here. No workers to thresh harvest. That is unacceptable. Make sure that that is amended. And I think next year we're going to start thinking about some kind of livestock part. Maybe build that up somewhere over here, since this is like, this isn't going to be filled in with houses anyway. So this could be a nice livestock part. Not sure what I'm going to do with this bendy part. I don't want the mill to stay here. I want the mill at some point, I think, to go over here. But certainly on top of a plateau, because that just makes a lot more sense to have a mill high up somewhere rather than in this little valley. Maybe they can add that at some point, that mills have to, or at least are better on high points. But yeah, the housing is available. Get in there. New family is settling. That's great. Let's look at that. The Timchishin family. Fedir, Oksana, and Sidir, who is already an adult. So maybe he can get married at some point. After the primary school, I do want to move up the gazebo, which is in the schoolyard. So we'll prioritize housing, just because I don't want to meme it too much. You're waiting for 17 trees. You're in the queue already. You're waiting for 14 trees, for 12 trees, for 17 trees, for 9 trees. There we go. Prioritize that, please. Okay, can we get this school done by the end of September? That would be great. By the way, I was talking about, like, start of school year, but I'm not even sure if that's how schools at the time in the countryside worked. Maybe they just had permanent education, or actually it was not in the winter, and they didn't have a summer holiday, but instead they had the winter off. Or probably they were working in the fields, especially at a later age. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you have more knowledge in, like, education history, because I actually, despite working as an educator, do not. But there we go. Let's just hire a teacher and see how that goes. And hopefully our kids will be less dumb. Or at least, like, they will be educated so they can work with the right tools. I believe, like, in the market stall you need someone who's... no, in the... What's it called again? The trading post. You need someone who's educated. But working on another house... Very nice. Gazebo is a fairly small building. Well, I say that, it does have more than 3,000 units of wood. But it should be relatively easy to build. And there is a new family settling in our town. The Veresen family. For a moment I read this like at the E and R and the E. The other way around, and then it would look like a very Dutch name like Veersen. But it's Veresen. Yehor, Olena, and Lukian. Very nice. Okay, so we've got the stone mining camp. I should totally have addressed that. On season 4 of season 1, which is going to be March, April, August, September. Yeah, that will work, but we will turn down stone to 0 just because we only want to mine this limestone, and that should be collected over here in the stone storage. Building up the stone storage. Oh, and we didn't have the honey we needed to sell to the people, but oh well. That's fine. We could try again. Could just try again with 25. And the honey 100. See if that works. Sorry guys, I swear. I swear I'll give it to you. Just a very small supplement of iron. As soon the lake will freeze over again. Type of resource. Limestone, please. We can get 10,000 here. Well, we'll need that. And I'll need to think about how we use the limestone before I record the next episode. But meanwhile, let's mark some more trees. Because apparently we can't get any more houses at this point. Almost done there. Construction is complete of a sand pit. That's good stuff. I moved that over here as well. It was next to the... it was where the tavern is now. And meanwhile we are working on the salt works. But we can actually prioritize now this village house. Sorry, Mr. I'm not sure who you are. Yeah, get this house first. Okay, it's this house we're building first. Maybe we can get that done before the end of the year. Yeah, the construction seems much speedier now. We do have people in our primary school already. We've hired a lot more workers. And 4 people, Olesia, Motria, Marina, and Danilo, are being taught by... Who is this? Yehor Veresen. Someone who moved in relatively recently, if I remember correctly. That is the Isdrik. That's the Veresen family. Over there. Very nice. So yeah, as we follow the Fedorik family, who is moving into our house, you can see that if you just put your mind to it and don't place all your houses in wooded areas, then you can grow the population relatively quickly. And I will not address this Messenger of Marefa right now. I hope you like this, YouTube. If you did, then do please leave a like. If you think that I could have done even more in this year, then of course leave your comment. In any case, please subscribe and ding the bell if you want to know when the next episode goes live, because then you will know and we will see you then. Bye bye.